Hi, my name's Gary Underwood. I'm Principal of Australian Christian College Moreton here in Caboolture. We have a school of 700 on-campus students and around about 1,000 online students. I've been here 9 years. We've grown from a small school of 90 students to our now massive 1,700 and 200 staff. It's been an amazing journey, and it's just been an inspiration to me to help build this school and make a whole brand new community here at Caboolture. Yeah, we've been using it right from the start. It started because I think we were a school that was very much into collecting data for kids' performances, teachers' performances, all that sort of stuff. And we had a situation where we were a very small school. Like 9 years ago when I came, we had 90 students, and now we've got 1,700, and 1,000 online. So we used to meet in the coffee club, right? The entire staff would meet in the coffee club. So you knew everything that was happening. Who was unhappy, what was happening at home, how their teaching was going, problem kids. Now, when you've got, that many students, you can't do that anymore, right? The coffee club's not big enough. So the idea was to get more data that enabled us to make decisions. And when this program was available for us, we jumped at it because we wanted to be able to see how teachers were feeling, how they were responding to change, what was making them unhappy, making them happy, what their issues were with their teaching, and just gave us that sort of immediate data. Firstly, you're going to get data that you're not getting anywhere else, right? It's like the old coffee club. You can't go down the coffee club with 200 people or even 100 people. So you've got to get the data from somewhere, and this gives us the data that we need. It also, I think, is really important is that it makes us consider how we're going in our industry. There are shortages of teachers, massive shortages of teachers coming up. So we're going to have to know what is suitable for us to get the best teachers in our school rather than get only ones that are left. That's one of the great things about the software is it gives us that data, and Resilience Tracker is just a very, very handy tool for any principal to have. Yeah. What we've been able to accomplish is that we have changed some of the ways that we work. We have changed the way that our teacher allotments are worked out, the subjects that they teach, because there's that direct correlation to changing their teaching so that they feel happier about it. That more support, for example, for the young teachers. We have a fathers group, believe it or not, we have a fathers group running with young male teachers who suddenly are faced with, I've just got married, I've just bought a home, I now have to do all my teaching. Help! So we were able to pick up that one of the most disadvantaged groups, if you like, was our young male teachers who were trying to learn everything about life in their first year of teaching. So it was really good like that, having that data to be able to talk about particular groups within my school and then plan and build it so that it's better for them, a better experience for them in teaching, and better outcomes for us. Yeah, I was really interested in seeing how our teachers were performing, their resilience, their social and emotional well-being. And it's often hard as the school gets bigger to understand how that's going. You have people in the middle between me as principal, and DPs and heads of schools, and you get right down to the teacher and they hardly ever see the principal anymore. So you rely on others, but this gave me direct input directly to me. So like, for example, one of the key things that we found out was that there was a lot of people that were sort of stressed and overstressed, and that was making them anxious, and our data was low compared to other schools. And that's one of the nice things that we get is comparison with other similar schools. So we had to go and then examine and say, well, why are our people more stressed? And it actually came out that they're actually working more. They're actually teaching more lessons, and in some particular areas where there were more issues with the kids, our teachers were just not coping. So as a result of that, we altered their teaching load, we put more middle level management into place. And within 12 months, we saw the resilience and the wellbeing factors all improving. Another example, which is a little bit different, is that the data identified teachers that were having more issues than others based on age. And you think all of us old teachers would struggle and all that sort of stuff, but the data showed that it was the young teachers that were struggling the most, right? And it was a whole lot of issues from home and children and so much time to prepare the lessons and how do you get time to mark. So that identified that our teachers most at risk were those young teachers. So we've put in place strategies to cope with that, right? We've put in mentors for them. We've changed their teaching loads so there's a little bit more duplication to make their life easier. So there were two good examples where we would have been guessing that rather than using the data, and now we can see the change it's making at the end of the year, which is great. I think one of the key benefits is that we as a staff group sit down, look at the data, and the teachers appreciate it that we're concerned about them, just not how many lessons and what marks they're getting at QCE level, right? So the teachers have really benefited. The feedback that you get after the sessions discussing it is really, really good. Even though it may not change someone and what they do or change their load or whatever, but they feel they're being listened to, sort of like when we're at the coffee club, when I could take those 60 people down to the coffee club and have a chat. So they feel that they're being listened to, they feel they're being cared about. And as the school get larger, they feel more like, well, we're just employees, we're just teachers, or we're just bus drivers, or whatever it happens to be. So that enables us to make that direct link to them and involve them in it. And what we're talking about is their satisfaction with their teaching, their resilience, their better ability to get better as a teacher.